2 videos in one day. Yeah, so I got a haul. This was a pre-order from September, from Sugar Melts by Stacy. SMBS is like what most people like write on their like D-stashes or whatever. So I'm opening it so you can see this is how it came. Invoice, which I love. And then it came in a little mailer as well. All of that is very nice. So this is my first purchase from Sugar Melts, and the reason that I purchased this is because one of my sweet friends gave me a souffle of some like lime thing that she did, like lime and laundry, and I can't remember what it was called. It's probably over there somewhere, but it was really great. So when I saw her open, I was like, oh, okay, well, girl, get it. So I think her wax is very reasonably priced. I placed this order on 9/19. Today is 11/19, so 2 full months, which I think was within the turnaround time. Each of these souffles was $3.95. Shipping was $8.95. So very reasonable. I did find in my last melt from her, like I said, I've only melted that one, but the performance was incredible. The wax was very soft. It was super cured because it was from a friend, but it was really great. My only concern, I think, is not going to be here, which was that the color, I don't know if you guys have ever melted wax that has like some kind of particular coloring in it, and when it melts, it's like the color just drops to the bottom of your dish and like heats up and like almost like adheres to the dish. And so that happened. It was green, and like that powder or whatever just like stuck to the bottom of the dish. Even when I like cotton balled it out, that stuff was stuck, and I had to kind of clean it out like better than just with the cotton cleanup or whatever. But none of these look like they have like that kind of coloring. So I don't know how old that was. Like, I don't know if it's something that she stopped using a long time ago. Regardless, it was a really great performer, and if all it takes is some cleanup, I'm cool with that. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 souffles. I have told myself in the past that if I'm going to order from a new to me vendor, that I want to keep the total with shipping under $40. And I haven't done really well in that area. And then I end up with, you know, baskets full of wax that don't perform for me. So this was my first order in kind of a while, and I was like, I'm going back to like what I said. So my total was $38.26 for 7 loaves, and I think that's a really great deal. So let me just walk you through what I see here. So first of all, these are little souffle tins. I don't have my scale right here, but I'm imagining they're, you know, maybe 4 ounces of wax, I'm guessing. I'm not super great at that. So the label itself says Sugar Melts by Stacy. This is fresh for fall, and it's got kind of just some pre-printed banner. It does say a pour date, which is November 2021, and it says no cure time in the corner, if you can see that. And then it says Front Royal, Virginia. I guess that's where she's from. So this is easy to read. I like that. I like that I can see who the vendor is, the name of the scent. I love that it has a pour date. I know it says no cure time. I cure wax now mostly just because like I have so much, right? You guys understand that. I would say that I would really like scent notes if I got to pick. Some of these I think are just exactly like what the oil is, but like fresh for fall, I don't know what the scent notes are, so it would make me happy to have the scent notes, because my nose is not Danny's nose. But wow, this is strong already. Like I'm like this far away probably and can smell it. So her wax to me is on the softer side, which I like. I find that softer wax in Scentsy warmers, because I use Scentsy warmers. That's all the warmers I'm going to use. I'm not going to buy new warmers. So if wax doesn't work in that, I'm just going to have to buy from a different vendor. But I have found that in Scentsy warmers, softer wax, in my opinion, seems to do better than harder wax. So when I melted her stuff before, it was not like fall apart in your hands soft, but soft, easy to cut soft. So I think that's why it performs so well for me. So this is Fresh for Fall. It smells a little bit, to my, you know, nose, like caramel or butterscotch, closer to caramel, which I don't love in wax, but this almost smells like a little bit caramely, and maybe a little bit of apple in there. I don't think it's supposed to be like a fully caramel apple scent. And that's what I get mostly, is just sort of creamy. So some vanilla caramel notes. It smells really good, and it's very strong on cold. I would say medium plus to even high. We'll see. The next one I got is called Jack-o'-lantern. Oh, and this one was like kind of a creamy white colored wax. Jack-o'-lantern is a little bit more greenish. There are some like little, you know, like nubbins, but that doesn't bother me. Jack-o'-lantern. So this actually smells kind of bready. Yeah, that's the note that I get first, is kind of a bread note. And it's the bread note that is kind of in that corner shop bakery oil, you know, the one that's kind of baked bread, but not super yeasty. It's not coming out that easily for me, which is fine. It's just because it's soft wax. Yeah, so bread is the predominant note in this one. I'd say this was a little less strong than that first one, a little, I'd say medium for this one. And for those of you that are newer to the wax world or haven't bought soufflés before, I'll show you this next one. Let's see, this is Pumpkin Peanut Brittle. This is kind of also an ivory colored wax. And it's a white wax. So for those of you that haven't bought soufflés before, there are several different kinds of these tins. Some are more sturdy, some are less sturdy. I would call this kind of right in the middle. So not those ones that just disintegrate with the oil, but ones that are not those super duty, like heavy duty ones. So they kind of keep their shape when you punch them out. So this one is Pumpkin Peanut Brittle. And this has the peanut brittle note, like that peanut note, is a little woody almost smelling to me. I have smelled the peanut brittle oil before, but this one smells a little bit different, but very, very nice. It's very woody to me. So when I cut, I have one of these like little crinkle cutters. It's dirty right now. I know I need to clean it, but I cut it down the middle. I cut it across the sides. So then I have 4 pieces, right? I usually cut it one more time. And so I get 6 pieces. So I usually kind of, you know, skew it a little bit so that I get kind of 6 even pieces. And that's usually how I melt in 6 warmers the scent. Some wax, like when I know the performance. So for example, there are some vendors that do soufflés occasionally that I like. For example, if Crystal from Rainbow Melts was going to do one, I would cut it into 8s because I'm familiar with her performance very easily. So I know how much to use of hers. I always start with 6 with a newer vendor to me. So this one is You Are the Peanut Butter to My Jelly. And I had messaged her about this because it seems like everybody was doing this same thing, which was peanut butter and grape jelly. And I really don't like grape jelly. I really don't like grape scents. And so I was like, man, wouldn't it be awesome if you did peanut butter and raspberry jelly or strawberry jelly or even blackberry jam? And she's like, well, I already put it on my list, maybe some other time. And I was like, yeah, I know, you don't know me. And like, why do it just because I say? But I really do want, I love peanut butter right now. I mean, everybody's going kind of crazy for peanut butter. But I really want to try it without without the grape note. You'll see that this has what I think of as that, that coloring that sticks to the bottom of my dish. We'll see when it warms. So I don't, I'm not sure. This does have a grape jelly note. I knew that when I bought it, so that doesn't have anything to do with Stacy. I don't hate it, and I will warm it, but it is great. So, I mean, I got ice cream parlor, and I was hoping that this one kind of smelled like the one from Walmart, like the Walmart wax. I love their ice cream, whatever that ice cream parlor scent is that they have. That's like my favorite Walmart wax, and I have so much of it, but I was hoping this one kind of smelled like it. Oh, this I think has peach in it. Catherine will know, because like if something says peach, like it's on her, it's on her spreadsheet. Yeah, creamy peach. But it's a really nice peach. Sometimes I don't get like, some people say cat pee. I'm not sure that I get cat pee from peach. I don't know if somebody just said that once and then everybody's like, yeah, it's cat pee. I don't get that smell. It's more like a kind of like sour note, but that one doesn't have it. So it's a nice scent. And then I got Taste of Fall. And this one's white. Oh, this I love. Oh, I do. This does smell just like fall. Okay. I'm guessing it smells a bit like Scentsy's honey pear cider with a little bit more cinnamon, possibly some, I'm gonna say Cider Lane. I don't always like Cider Lane because sometimes I find it to be like too cloyingly sweet, but I think it might be in here. Wow, this is really good. That one smells really good. I would say it's very close to honey pear cider with maybe a little bit of Cider Lane. I'm not sure. And then the last one is Strawberry Twinkie. I got this one because I've heard Charity talk about it. And so when she, gosh, this is really strong. I can smell it from really far away. When she was going to do her like pre-orders, I was like, okay, here's my list. Am I missing anything? And she's like, are you getting Strawberry Twinkie? I'm like, oh yeah, I need to get that. And I'm not like a super big fruit scent person. I really like fruit if it has another note, like fruit with bakery, fruit with floral, like fruit with like body care kind of stuff. But like fruit just alone is too sweet for me. But this one smells so good. It is artificial strawberry, so don't like go in thinking you're gonna have like a, you know, like fresh strawberry situation, which I didn't expect. Oh my god, it is so good. So it's like creamy, bakery, lovely vanilla strawberry heaven. So this is where like I have the addiction, okay? So does this happen to you? You get this and you smell it and you're like, oh my god, it's so strong. It smells so great. And what's the first thing you want to do? I'll wait. So the first thing I want to do is go, oh my god, this is all I have. I'm going to check our website right now. I'm going to go look at a Facebook group. When's she going to have this? Is there a D-stash? Desperately in search of. Gotta have some Strawberry Twinkie. Haven't even melted it. But on cold, it's one of those scents that like makes your eyes roll back in your head. Like it's so good. However, I'm gonna melt this stuff first. Okay, hold me to it. I'm not gonna buy until I've melted a little bit to see about performance, see about scent appeal. If it's great, I really do like the vendor scents that she had available. So you know how some large vendors have like, you know, 100 things on their list, 50 things on their list. And it's really hard for someone like me to narrow down, am I gonna like this scent or this scent? When they have like frequent restocks and things like that, I get it. Like people want variety, and so they want like a new scent, and that I get that. Like, so they have like a lot of choices. But when they have just infrequent openings, it's really hard when you have 100 things to choose from to narrow down your list. And for someone like me, I need to budget that I'm gonna spend this much. And it's really hard to do when you have so many choices. So I really kind of liked this system for sugar melts, because it was like, I mean, maybe there was like 20 items. And she did a couple of different, shapes. Like I think she did some loaves, I think she did souffles, and I think she did some of those bars. But it wasn't like just overwhelming for a new person to be like, man, I'm gonna have to stalk the group, ask a bunch of questions. It was just like, pick a couple scents that you like. It's not like, you're not gonna spend your whole bank account. And I really liked that. And it really does feel like small vendor support. When it's like those bigger vendors, I feel like there's not as much customer service. I think gets lost a little bit. Now there are some, like, don't get me wrong, like Britta's, I don't know how big she is, but she feels like she's getting bigger and bigger, and she still is like, like customer service first. There are people like that. Like there are still, so don't think like you have to buy small to buy good, but at the same time, like I'm really impressed with this. She's been so communicative. In her Facebook group, she like is very interactive, which I really enjoy. And she has a D-stash group. And sometimes she posts things in the D-stash group, just like extras that she poured. But for a vendor to be like, listen, I know sometimes you have scents that you don't love, or like maybe something came up and you need to sell things, and to like encourage people to share her product, I think is, kind of a crazy business model, to be honest with you, but like it's kind of refreshing, and I like that. So, I mean, she will get my money again for sure, as long as this stuff performs well, which I will let you know in my updates. Talk to you guys soon. Bye, y'all.